Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're on our way to Bonne, where we're going to go for a little swim. We're going to jump off the pier and hopefully the bunker. High tide has just reached at 10:30, half 10 high tide was. We're currently on the Duke KTM 125, which has just came back from its service, which had everything done to it. So it's had the brakes bled, the front and back. It's had the throttle play adjusted, so now there's no play in the throttle. We've also had the clutch adjusted, so it engages earlier in to the pull, and we have brand new filters. So we have a new air filter on it, a new fuel filter on it. So yeah, so right now we're heading up into St. John's, which is the way to Bonne. Today is a relatively warm day, despite the fact that it doesn't look very sunny and the sun isn't out. It is currently a Sunday, so hopefully it's not too busy. I am currently just in a thin long sleeve t-shirt, as I thought that will be the best thing to wear and it will be easy for me to change out of. So here we are, welcome to St. John's on the left. We're now in the parish of St. John's. When we head into St. John's in a minute, you'll see the speed limit will go right down. However, the village is on the left side. If over there you can see, that is actually where the village of St. John's is. We're going to be going right, so we're actually going to be passing it, but as you can see, speed limit still drops down to about 20 miles an hour. So as you can see on the left, St. John's village. So the speed limit really drops in this area, and the national speed limit we have in Jersey is 40 miles an hour. So cutting 20 isn't too bad. I'm also trying out this new setup. So I was watching someone and they told me that I should try and crack my visor open a bit. So that's what we've done. We have cracked the visor open a little bit to hopefully allow for you guys to hear more of the exhaust sounds, as I know that that's what you guys really want to hear. You guys really want to hear the noise of the bike, as anyone does when they're watching a video. The noise of the bike is really nice, and especially with this acro exhaust that's on there, the bike sounds lovely. However, it is that tad bit quiet for you guys, so I am working on trying to adjust that for you so you can hear me louder and the exhaust. Today is quite lovely, to be honest. There's barely anyone on the road, as like I said, it's a Sunday and it's 10:40 right now, so it's quite nice and peaceful. No one's on the road. It's a bit of wind, a nice cool breeze on me. We're roughly about 5 minutes-ish away for you guys, 5 to 10 minutes. As you can see on the right, there is crops. I don't actually know what is growing in the field, probably corn, that's my guess, I'm not actually sure. But in Jersey we do have a lot of farming and agriculture. There is a lot of farmers and a lot of fields, which is why it's a very nice and scenic area. We also are a very touristy place. There is a lot of cliff paths. There's a lot of cliff paths down in Jersey that people like to go and walk on and see the lovely view. We also have puffins. Jersey has some lovely puffins. If you don't know what they are, I'm sure there'll be a picture here showing you what the Jersey puffins are, or the puffins in general I should say. So now we're heading into Bonne. We also today are running no ND filter, so it should look a lot brighter for you guys, and hopefully it doesn't sound too windy, as like I said before, I have opened my visor a crack to hopefully give you guys more of a hearing on the actual exhaust and not just my voice, as I know that you want to hear the bike as much as anyone would. I love hearing my bike, I'm sure you guys would as well. So if you can see on the right in a minute, you should be able to see a little bit of Bonne. As you can see, the tide looks the sea looks still, and hopefully it's not too busy there. So as you can see, now we're pulling in on the right. Hopefully we'll get right down to the pier for you guys. However, we can only see how busy it is, and if it's too busy then we'll have to park somewhere like there on the right. But I'm hoping that there won't be too many people here. However, they also do breakfast, so it could be busy. Oh my days. Right, so we've made it to the other side, as you can see. Over there is where we started. And today's a lovely day for a swim. We've just been in the water. We're going to head back over there, do some jumps, and then head home. As you can see, there is lovely Bonne. Hopefully you lot enjoyed some clips of me jumping in. Okay, here we go. I'm back, heading home now. That is it. We've had a little swim, had a little jump around. Hopefully you guys see a couple shots of me in the water and me jumping in off the pier, as it wasn't that busy. It was quite nice. Also, surprisingly, seeing that the sun wasn't out like crazy, it was quite dull. The water was actually hotter than it was the other day. So we went for a swim the other day and it wasn't very warm, but today it was lovely. As you can see there to the left, there's a lovely view of the bay. So yeah, the water was more warm than it was the other day. The other day it was quite cold. Today, even though it was duller, it was a lot warmer, the sea, and the sun came out near the end, and the sun's out now on the way riding home, so it's the best of both worlds. Also, since the guys down when they serviced my bike, since they bled the brakes are phenomenal. I'll tell you, the brakes work like a charm. So we're heading now back to St. John's. You can see on the left, that is St. John's Rec Centre, there's the skate park. So yeah, I'm about to get on to the 40. Here we go. Oh, this bike is so fun. Even though it's a simple 125, it just wants to go. Like, we get up to speed and the bike just wants to pull. It wants to go past 40. You know, as soon as I'm on that throttle wide open, it just wants to go like a rocket. This bike is so fun, and you lot will have to stay tuned in for, you know, when I upgrade, because hopefully I'll upgrade at some point, go for a bigger bike, you know. Don't know, I might go 300, 400, 500, something around there, you know. We're gonna upgrade, and then, you know, I mean, if I'm having this much fun on a 125, you know, what's the possibilities that on the, you know, bigger bike? They're endless. You know, the amount of fun, I'm sure, like, you'll just get to speed so quickly on a bigger bike. You know, I'll just be like straight up to 40, because that's the speed limit in Jersey. So obviously this 125 takes me, like, you know, it doesn't take me that long to get up to 40 miles an hour, you know. But, you know, them bigger bikes are just going to get quicker and quicker and quicker. It's going to be fun. I definitely also one day would like to go away. I would like to do like a track day or something. Not saying on the 125, on a bigger bike. I would definitely like to go and do a track day. Even like lessons, like, you know, go somewhere like Spain, for example, and just learn how to ride. You know, I have only been riding, I was riding since I was 16 years old, where I could get a 50cc or a moped, and now I'm on a 125 as that was the next jump. And then the jump after this will be my A1 license. So after this I can get my A1 license. After I ride this bike for a year, I can get my A1 license, which then means I can ride any CC bike, as in Jersey it's a bit different to the UK. In the UK you have to wait until you're 21, I believe, until you can ride 1000cc. However, in Jersey, as soon as you turn 18, you can apply for your A1 license, which lets you ride any bike from 125 upwards. So that's the plan. Hopefully, once I've been riding this for a year, we'll get on a bigger bike, and then we'll go away, do a track day, get some lessons on how to ride on the road and on the track, you know. So yeah, like I was saying, get some lessons on how to ride on the track and on the road, as you know, every rider's goal in life is to scrape the knee, you know. I would love to be able to eventually scrape my knee on the floor. I think it would be an accomplishment, but I've only been riding for 2 years now. So I started out on a 50cc Lex Moto scooter or a moped, and then my second bike was this Duke KTM 125. So I really want to start modifying my bikes and getting more bikes, you know, like them, like liter bikes, 1,000 bikes look awesome. Like the old, like 2015 to 2019 R1, not R1, sorry, S1000RR. I think that looks awesome. I think the V4, the V4R looks awesome. You know, and then maybe like some track bikes, like the Extrentas look really cool. I'll put pictures up so you guys can know what I'm on about. I think they're really cool bikes to own. However, at the end of the day, them race bikes especially, are like, you know, 80,000 upwards. So that's the goal. But that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys all really enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe and comment. Let me know what you would like to see next, and let me know what your favorite part of this video was. And keep safe, ride safe,